Self-discipline is power. If you are able to analyze all the main factors in your life and create a routine, a life system that works, if you are able to make right decisions and then follow them no matter of your moods, of your passing wishes, your physical or emotional states, if you are able to control yourself and make those small steps every single day and keep going even when you're desperate and when you're ready to give up. If you are able to maintain such qualities as diligence, perseverance, patience, and resoluteness, then what in the world can stop you? No, really, self-discipline is power. And finally, I want to have one. For the last couple of months, I've collected really a lot of information about this topic, from the main tips and ideas that you should follow to master self-discipline, to some systems or habits or rituals and ideas and quotes that can help you in the dark time, and many, many more. But only now I'm finally ready to use this information, to bring those ideas into life, and of course to share them all with you today so we can master our self-discipline together and hopefully share our results in the comments. This video is also a live experiment, and it is also a project. Who knew, right? This is my resolution that I want to follow for the next couple of months, and in the end, probably the first one, I would want to share with you my results, my progress, my understandings, my problems that might appear, and everything else that comes when you're turning your beautiful, amazing theory into the real practice. I can't say that I'm a lazy person, but last months of my life were extremely strange, incomprehensible, chaotic. Long story short, I had no idea what's going on. I've met someone special, and this completely changed my lifestyle, and everything I knew about my life became wrong. I also fully filmed more than 3 videos that I simply didn't publish. I don't know why. Yes, this month was crazy. But now, thanks God, I'm getting back to normal, which for me, of course, still means craziness, but now in the good way. In the way that at least I can understand, even if no one else does. I want to master self-discipline. I want it so badly, really. I wanted this for such a long time, and probably you've seen my first effort to get my life together in the new year, or my 6 a.m. morning routine, which honestly didn't work in the long run. Which shows that I'm a typical human being when it comes to this topic, and that I have a long way to go to develop this self-control muscle. There is one very good idea that I saw by myself about willpower. That willpower is not something you can really rely on in the long run. It can give you a great boost at the very beginning when you're like motivated enough to overcome yourself and to make those first steps, and everything seems to be so simple and you're already proud of yourself, everything is so great. But then, after a week or 2, your old habits are coming back. It's like laziness, because you can't see any results of your action, or maybe the exact opposite, because results of your actions are so huge that you can relax a bit now and I'm good. And this is exactly the point where you need to stay disciplined the most, where you need to maintain such qualities as resoluteness and perseverance, which I know is so easy to say but so hard to do. But this is self-discipline, which we're talking about today, in case you didn't know. So, before starting this experiment, before creating a new lifestyle for yourself that you would want to follow, you first of all need to find your strong reason why. Why do you need to do this? Because if this reason wouldn't be strong enough, like, I don't know why, just to try, then probably you will give up at the very first time. You would need to hold yourself and put some efforts doing something that you might probably not want to do right now and not in the mood to, which exactly is what? Self-discipline. Known to say that hard life situations usually are the best reasons, like when you have no other choice. But if you want to achieve huge results in any area of your life, you would need to create those strong reasons why in your head by yourself. Motivation is really a big and important topic. It can be a good example for a film that you watched, or new information that you've got, or your huge inner wish, or even rage, but you need to have this feeling that you can't live this way you lived before anymore. Like, you need to master your own life. You need to master it in the best possible way. So, what is self-discipline? What it contains, and why should we even try? Self-discipline is something that brings stability, that brings you stable, positive growth in this too unpredictable and complicated life. I have so many areas that are important for me. Like, I want to be extremely successful in my work, and I want to be happy in my private life, and I want to educate myself in the best possible way, and I also want to have a positive impact on this world, and blah 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 blah. My wish list, inspired by my useful maximalism, is huge. And what usually happens when you want everything? Exactly, you do nothing. No, you need to make a life plan for your wishes, and you need to sort them, and you need to understand your priorities. So I believe that self-discipline starts with creating yourself a schedule that you would need to follow. And don't forget that there definitely should be time for rest and freedom, because otherwise we all know that burnout is really a big issue nowadays. But mostly your schedule should contain all the things that are important for you, sorted by your priorities. You should have time for work and time for rest, time for your social interactions, and time where you can be alone or with your books or thoughts. A schedule where you can integrate all your meetings, events, and necessities. Of course, it's good to be flexible sometimes and catch the new opportunities that are coming instead of following the same routine, but for the most of the time, schedule is not something that limits you, but something that helps you to plan your life in the most effective and useful way, so you wouldn't waste your time. Unless you took a time to waste it in your schedule. There is another great idea that you might find useful. Eat a frog for breakfast. This means that all the hardest, important but complicated work should be done at the first place when you start your day. It's hard, it requires willpower, but if you will do this hardest part of your work at the very beginning of the day, everything else would seem so easy. You will already feel yourself as a winner. So one more time, it's about your priorities. Other important thing that I've decided to make a part of my self-discipline are my rituals and habits. And again, they are dependent on your aims and your idea of perfect self that you want to be. As for my morning routine, after small research, I decided to follow these habits in the morning. First one, write down your dreams when necessary, or at least reflect on them a bit before you wake up eventually. Journeys, ideas, and understandings from your dreams can have deep, huge symbolic meaning, and they can teach you, they can bring you something, they can point on something very important, but this is already another huge topic to talk about. Second, after waking up, I would want to make my beauty routine, usual stuff. And then after this routine, or during it, I would want to pray. I would want to speak to God, universe, this bigger part of me. One of the things that I want to bring in my life with this self-discipline resolution is something that I wanted for a long time already, is to become more spiritual. I feel this connection good enough, and I saw enough evidence in my life to know for sure that this connection exists, that it's not a lie or a mystification, but I want to bring it to an absolutely another level. And to do this, I've decided to follow a series of rituals that I mostly borrowed from Christianity, but also from other books and religions and philosophies. For example, I made a spiritual day in my schedule, which is Sunday, where I can read proper literature and meditate in nature and talk with other people about those topics. I've also decided to create a habit of praying before eating, before going to sleep, and in the morning. But about habits we'll talk a little bit later. So in the morning I decided to use a prayer of gratitude, which is also a technique to work with your wishes and unconsciousness. First of all, you say thank you to God, to the universe, for everything that you've got already in this life, for this life itself. And then you say thank you for all your wishes that will come true with the near future. And this is great. It gives you so much power and motivation because you feel that you're successful already. Last but not least is something that I've called as focus. Focus on the day, when you like take your tea instead of coffee, healthy habits, and simply, slowly reflect. What do you want to do today? How do you feel yourself? What tasks do you have today? What good do you want to bring in life? Are you even happy? Or no thoughts at all, and simply breathe and meditate. After my morning routine, I'm ready to follow my schedule. My evening routine contains another sort of rituals. First things first, I should reflect on this day. Am I satisfied with this day, or what can I do better tomorrow? What have I done right today and what have I done wrong? How am I feeling myself? Am I happy? And all those stuff. I guess I should write a list of questions I need to ask myself in the evening, and I will share with you in the next video if I will do this. Then I also like to plan my day in the evening and write a note with my tasks and main appointments, and also check what have I done today and if everything is okay. Just keep track on my life, because this life really needs it. Third thing, pray again, depending on what you feel. And then I want to make a habit of playing a good movie in my head before I'm falling asleep, because I saw how huge impact my last thoughts before I'm going to sleep have on my whole next day, and I want this to be something inspiring, something that is connected with my dreams, that will give me energy in the morning. To track all those rituals and new habits and the schedule that I've created for myself, I'm using a habit tracker where I can write my results at the end of the day to see if I have done everything that I wanted or if I didn't. And this is also a reminder every evening that, hey girl, you've missed something. Habits that I'm developing right now are mostly connected with self-discipline, health, and education. Slowly, I want finally to become a vegan, and also I definitely need to increase my German and English skills, because
Houston, we have a problem.
as I was writing a script for this video, I've realized how many more information I've collected for myself and I can share about this topic. For example, my if-then techniques for temptation, or mindset and traits that I need to develop to complete this mission successfully. But by and large, this was my self-discipline resolution that I finally want to follow. I want to work on it. I want to correct my mistakes, and I want to share my results at the end of this experiment with you. I hope that you found this video motivating, and maybe this information and ideas will help you as well to create your own life system that will suit for you. Don't forget to support me with your like, please, and subscribe for more, and don't forget to watch my other videos about self-development, blah 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 blah. I wish you all to be masters of your life, and remember that together we'll make a world